Hello, I'm Jennifer Blanchard, team leader of the Blanchard Team at Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, New Jersey Properties in our Basking Ridge office. Today's video is about a bank appraisal. I want to talk to you about appraisals. I'll define it for you, and then we'll talk about what it means to you as a buyer and what it means to you as a seller. So, as you know, there are several built-in contingencies in every purchase contract. We have to get through attorney review, we have to get through the mortgage application, we have to get through the inspection process. As each of those things are cleared, we know that we're going to get pretty close and most likely are going to close. So let's just talk about the mortgage appraisal right now. If you are purchasing your property with a mortgage, depending on, well, actually, regardless of how much money you're putting down, the bank is going to order an appraisal. An appraisal is an assessment of value. It differs from the tax assessment. Sometimes it differs from your contract price. It is an evaluation of the value of the property that the bank needs to know, because if you happen to default on your loan, they need to make sure that they are going to recoup their money if they have to buy it after or at a foreclosure auction and then sell it on the open market. So the definition of an appraisal is an estimation of value based on similar recent sales of the same type home in the same type neighborhood within the last 3 to 6 months. The number that is generated by that appraisal, that becomes the bank's benchmark. And if you're putting 20% down or 10% down, however much you're putting down, the bank is only going to loan you the balance of that purchase price based on the value of the property. So let's say you make a home purchase for $600,000 and the bank says that it's only worth $575,000. You're putting 10% down, you're putting 20% down. We'll go with 20. You purchase a home at $600,000. The bank says it's only worth $550,000. The bank is only going to loan you 80% of the appraised value, 80% of $550,000, not 80% of $600,000. That means that you need to bring to the closing table in cash the difference in that amount. And then the bank will be more than happy to give you your loan based on their appraisal. So let's say that happens to you and that appraised value is lower than what you're paying. You can bring that extra money to the table. You can ask the seller if they will adjust your purchase price, renegotiate it. I'm not going to say that every seller will do that. It is in a seller's best interest, though, to keep the ball moving forward. And they might be very likely to work with you on that number. So let's say that your house underappraises by $10,000. Maybe you're okay with that. And if you're going to be in a house 3, 4, 5, 10 years, it's really probably okay that it didn't appraise exactly. If you have a problem with paying more than the appraised value, talk to the seller, talk to your agent, talk to your realtor, and we'll figure out what we can do about that. Maybe you meet in the middle. Maybe the seller reduces the price a little bit to get you closer to where you feel you need to be. Or maybe the seller says, I'm sorry, you thought it was worth $600. You were willing to pay $600 3 weeks, 3 months, 2.5 months ago. What has changed aside from a piece of paper from the bank? Maybe you're okay with it. Either way, as long as that delta is not too big, probably is going to be okay. So as a buyer, you can ask to negotiate. As a seller, you can refuse, or you can work with the buyer and get to the closing table. I'll do another video to talk about what it means for a seller when your buyer's bank doesn't appraise your property. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to call. Have a great day.